For the past 3 months, the Kia Sorento SLi has been a part of the furniture in the CarAdvice Sydney office, and now it's time to send it back. So what have we learned over our stint with the 7-seat SUV? In short, there's a lot to like. Everyone from the editorial team to the video crew, the marketing guys, and the finance chief has spent some time in our Sorento Diesel SLi, and none of them has come back complaining. Part of that praise comes down to the car's interior. The Sorento's cockpit is a classy one. There's a nice look to it, quality materials used throughout, and all the crucial controls are located logically. The media system is also pretty easy to use. It's not as simple as the old system in the previous generation Sorento, but you do get used to it once you've spent a bit of time with it. As well as that, there's all the connectivity you could need, USB points up front and in the back, and Bluetooth phone and audio streaming. And being a family SUV, there's good storage for bits and bobs up front and back there. You've got big door pockets with bottle holders, you've got mesh mat pockets, and you've even got a fold-down center armrest with cup holders to keep the kids hydrated. Further to that, you can fold down that middle section to allow easy access to the back row for little kids, although climbing over the leather, not really advisable. Instead, you could fold the seat forward and slide it, which you couldn't do with the previous generation Sorento. If you aren't using the third row, the second row is quite comfortable. There's easily enough space for a big adult like me. On the curb side, there's a single action lever that makes it even easier to get in the back. And when you do get back there, there's decent space for smaller adults. I don't really fit into that category. But with a fan controller and cup holders, it's a comfy enough space. One thing family buyers may need to consider is that there's not a lot of boot space with all the seats in use. Sure, you can fit a couple of small suitcases, but not a whole lot else. The Carnival People Mover is easily the better option for family holidays. The Sorento is an effortless SUV to drive. It's reasonably quiet, nicely refined, and very comfortable on the road. The 6-speed auto is good too, shifting cleverly to help save fuel and smartly allowing the engine's torque to do the hard work. In terms of fuel use, we've averaged a little higher than the claimed 7.8 litres per 100 over our 3 months with the car, at about 8.9 litres. Still respectable because it's been mostly around town. It's not the most involving car to drive, with Kia clearly opting for a level of comfort rather than driver enjoyment. The steering is pretty light, which means it's easy to drive around town, but not overly fun in corners. In general, the suspension deals with bumps really well, although sharp edges can be felt in the cabin. While the Kia goes very well, it could stop a bit better. With 7 people on board, you really have to watch your stopping distance. So what about off-road ability? Well, there's not a lot to speak of, with the road bias tyres and low ground clearance meaning you're not going to be able to go too far off the beaten track. But with a locking centre diff and all-wheel drive, you'll be able to cope with gravel tracks and slippery grass slopes. The Kia is not targeting off-road buyers, it's targeting pragmatic family shoppers. And with a 7-year ownership program, including cap price servicing, warranty, and roadside assistance, it's a pretty smart option. The Kia Sorento SLi isn't a hardcore off-roader, and nor is it the driver's tool of choice, but what it is a comfortable, safe 7-seat diesel SUV that should be high on your shopping list.